What exactly is all of this? Like, what do you do?
I'm a publisher. Publishing company is the Brothers Huber. We focus on children's books. We do a lot of coloring books, counting book, which actually has a lot of Easter eggs to go in it, pop culture references, Puppet Cthulhu, different things to kind of just add to it. And we also focus a lot on fairy tales. Our main title is Once Upon a Time, which is an alphabet book of fairy tale characters from around the world, and a synopsis of what each character and their story is.
So would this be something good for all ages?
It is all ages appropriate. The Dragon and the Princess, it is a counting book, but it has a story along with it. And then as you get older, you can start trying to find and look for the Easter eggs, the different things hidden throughout it.
What would you say your bestseller here at this con would be?
At this convention, bestseller has been Once Upon a Time, the actual book itself. Overall, the coloring book of the fairy tale characters is the bestseller, with about 80% of its sales in Europe.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome.
Thank you so much. What was your first convention at selling things?
My first convention was Zipcon, and that was like 3 or 4 years ago. They don't have it anymore, but that was my first.
What's your art? What would you consider your art style?
Well, I do like semi-realism, and then I also do the anime style, so it depends on.
Do you draw all of these by yourself?
Yes.
What first got you interested in, opening a booth in front of all these people displaying work?
I actually have been going to cons for 10 or 11 years now, and it looked like so much fun, and I did art, so eventually it just kind of happened.
Would you have any advice for people that are planning on opening a booth?
Like for Artist Alley for the first
Yeah.
time? Make sure that you've got enough art to do it. Sometimes people come with only a couple of prints and it's just really hard. And make sure that you are comfortable selling and talking to people. Other than that, have fun with it.
Thank you very much. What was your inspiration for making your booth?
What was my inspiration for the booth? Okay, so I'm Gail, and this is Nightingale Needles. Nightingale, Gail, kind of came from that. I very originally, and this is 7 years back. 7 years ago, I was really sick of my desk job, so I quit and I started my own sewing business. I might have gone crazy when I made that decision, and I was very lucky that it worked out well, but I had the help of a lot of really awesome friends, and a lot of good luck, and a lot of awesome customers. So I was sewing hats and accessories and cute stuff and plushies and stuff. And then I thought, hey, I have all this extra like rainbow fabric left over. What if I made some pride scarves? So I made just a very small number of pride scarves, and I put them at my booth. And I had like gay and trans and bi, and that was like it. And everybody was like, holy crap. These are awesome, we want more. And so then I was like, okay, I'll make a few more. We want more. So, in response to what I discovered as I was going, I discovered there was this big gap of representation and of product to use, to represent the parts of pride that aren't just the rainbow, just the rainbow. Not that the rainbow isn't important, but like people who are like, hey, you have Ace flag that exists, that's, that's a thing. So that was my inspiration to just keep going and to keep coming up with more pride stuff that could please everybody, that would be good for everybody.
Yeah. Do you have any advice for people that want to open a booth?
Advice. Well, I would say that my number one piece of advice is to think about what you want to do. to do with your stuff. Now that sounds kind of weird. Like, do you want to draw? Do you want to sew? I mean, that's useful. But if you're here for a reason, if you've got like a really big purpose, you know, that's awesome too. But what if it's just a little purpose? What if it's just, I came up with this amazing pun and I've got to share it with everybody? But it helps you know who you are as an artist, and it helps you stay focused. And this is, it's really easy to get distracted. So having focus and knowing what your purpose is, whether it's I love my puns, or you know, I'm going to draw all the best okami art, and that is going to be like my specialty. Whatever it is, that focus will help you keep your business on track. Because a lot of times I see people's artist alley tables stumble or fail because they don't really know what they're there for. So they try lots of things and don't ever get really good at one thing.
Thank you so much. Hi. What was your inspiration to start your booth?
To be perfectly honest, I'll be really blunt about it. When I first started going to cons, I was like 13 years old, and my parents were broke and didn't have any money for anything, and I would go to the booths and I would see all this stuff that I couldn't afford, and so I decided that I wanted to start like a more affordable artist alley thing, and I wanted to make, because I mean everything at our table is $10 or less. So like our goal with this is to make it like really accessible so that everybody can kind of experience the con culture. It's like we have things as little as $1 and as expensive as 10, and we just really try to like give people a good time without like costing them all the money that they have. Yeah, so that's really the inspiration, I guess.
That's nice. What is your most sold item?
Chokers by far. We sell, I mean, I started this convention with 70, which is about $700 give or take in profits, in total. So we end up leaving conventions with maybe 5 or 10 left, typically. So that's like our most selling item. The flower crowns are new for this convention actually, and they've been pretty popular so far. And we've sold a lot of cat ears. Normally we come to a convention with 20 to 30 pairs and we leave with none. So they tend to go pretty quickly too.
What would you have advice-wise for people that want to start a booth?
There's a lot of advice for that. I mean, first and foremost, getting into conventions is really difficult. And just because you get rejected a lot doesn't mean your stuff isn't good. A lot of times it just means that they're already taking artists who were there the previous year. There's a very big seniority system in artist alleys. I mean, even with the stuff that we had, it's taken us like years to be able to be admitted to bigger conventions like ColossalCon and things like that. So I guess persistence is key. The other thing is make products that are affordable and that people want to buy. And be friendly and have fun, and don't, you know, it doesn't have to be a super stressful experience. You can really just make whatever you want. If somebody likes it, let's buy it, and it'll be great.
Thank you.